No woman chooses to be a single mother. That's a lie. There are tons of women who purposely choose to be a single mother because in their mind, I don't want the man, I just want the baby. And I'm going to consciously choose a man I know will not fight to stay in this child's life, or that I can easily push out the way, because I don't want anyone else's influence on this child. I want this child only for me.
I will say I've never heard that before. I never saw it from that perspective at all.
Yeah, it happens a lot. And I think people just assume that and I'm not saying there aren't plenty of women who did not choose to be single mothers, but there are I've had clients flat out tell me, just give me the baby. I don't want the man.
Can a woman choose to be a single mother? Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Some women even do it all by themselves. They go to a bank.
To me, if you aren't married or anything like that, when you decide that you want to have that baby and you aren't married, you are deciding to be, in essence, a single mom.
No.
Because if you don't want to be a single mom, you can decide not to be a single mom.
What is your purpose on this planet? Your purpose as a man is to protect and provide your family.
We get that, but that's not the
child
question.
is your family regardless of what you say after she gets pregnant. That is your responsibility. You do not get to negate your role on this planet as a man and as a father. That is not a choice. She cannot choose that. I do not choose to walk away from my children. I do not choose to walk away from my offspring.
I agree.
That's who I am. It's what I'm here. I don't.
But
this clothing and cars and all that. You're here to raise your family.
Absolutely, and I agree with you. I became a father at 17. I agree with you 100%. But when we talking about the choice, if a woman solely can make the choice not to become a single mom when she figures out she's pregnant, she's got options, a few of them.
That's a man.
Then hold on. Then she can absolutely choose to be a single mom if she can choose not to be a single mom because she's not married.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Amaomi, aka Petite Diva, and in this video we are talking about SMBC. Now you might wonder what is SMBC. Apparently SMBC means single mothers by choice. Now some women are deciding that they want to be single mothers without the baby drama issue, without having a male partner. So they are deciding that they want to have children and raise their children by themselves. Now people have different reasons for choosing this pathway to have children. So let's check out what they have to say, and then I'll come back to share more on this topic.
So I have been getting questions in my inbox about why I decided to become a single mom by choice and what is her ethnicity. So first, why I became a single mom by choice. I already have a 13-year-old son. Once I had him, I was like, you know, we're good. I'm good with just me and him. But in 2020, I actually was in a relationship or situationship, something, and I became pregnant with my second son. Unfortunately, January 2021, I lost him due to incompetent cervix, and my water broke. So after that, I really just was like, okay, I really wanted another child. But my relationship ended. And so I decided that, you know, being that I turned 40 and last year and no prospects at that time of a relationship or anything or marriage or anything like that, I decided I'm going to do this on my own. So that's exactly what I did. I actually went through 3 rounds of IUI because my insurance covered it, but they didn't work. So I went through IVF to conceive her. As I don't know where this top is, as far as her ethnicity, I wanted an African-American donor. However, it was like trying to find a needle in a haystack. There's not that many. And then on top of that, after all the testing, Lord, we cannot keep socks. After all the testing that I did for IVF, I ended up being CMV negative. I'm not really sure what it is, but I wasn't exposed to it, or I hadn't been exposed to it. So I had to choose a CMV negative donor. With that being said, that made the search even smaller. So her donor is actually Arabian, Lebanese, in that genre. So her donor is kind of olive skin tone. So I figured with my melanin, his olive skin tone, she would get a little color to her, maybe later on, but right now she is light skinned, and it's fine. I'm gonna love her either way. So that is why I became a single mom by choice.
Things that single moms by choice know that you don't know. Part 1, it's actually not that crazy. Period. People are like, oh my God, you're raising your child without a father on purpose. Do you understand? That's crazy. It's not. I mean, there are tons of people, grown adults, who are thriving and were raised by single mothers. Truly, okay, that didn't have fathers around, and they're good. They're great, actually. So people think it's like this horrible, scary, must be traumatic thing, when in fact, so many of the single moms by choice have the most loving families, and they're fulfilled individuals, and they're raising their kids with intention. They sought out motherhood. They planned and prayed for motherhood, and they love their kids. That's a goal, bro.
Hi guys, my name is Becky. I'm 28 and I'm a single mum by choice who used a sperm donor to start my little family. I have a 21-month-old little boy, and I am currently 34 weeks pregnant with a little girl, and yes, I used the same sperm donor. One of the most common questions I get asked is why I decided to do this, and as a lot of women out there, I actually was deemed infertile and given a very small period of time to be able to fall pregnant, and so I decided to use a sperm donor, and it just so happened that I wanted 2 babies and did 2 rounds of IVF, and here we are at 34 weeks. I'm now currently on maternity leave. I have 6 weeks left until baby girl is here. So if you guys have any questions, or you simply just want to come along on the journey with me, I'm so excited to share my experiences with you guys. And yeah, let's do this together.
Hi, my name is Jacqueline, and I am a single mother by choice, meaning I chose to have a baby on my own. I'm 40 years old. I used donor sperm, and I had him via IVF. He is 10 weeks tomorrow, and he's the best thing that ever happened to me. I wanted to inspire other women who were also thinking about doing this, being a single mother by choice, and are on the fence. My thought process was, I have all the time in the world to meet a man, but I don't have all the time in the world to have a baby. And when I do eventually am ready to meet someone and I have that energy put out there, it's going to be because I'm just really trying to find the perfect partner for me as a woman, and not because I'm trying to have a baby because time is running out, because I already have one. Yeah. I've always been that person that felt like something was missing in my life, and it's not because I'm not fulfilled like within myself, because I've been on a huge emotional healing, self-love, self-reflection, self-everything journey for the year before I got pregnant with him. And honestly, having him has fulfilled so many voids in my life. Not that you should need to have a child to fill voids, but it filled a lot of holes in my heart. Another great reason to be a solo mom is you don't have to share him with anybody. I can come and go as I please and do what I want as I please, and nobody's going to tell me what I can and cannot do. And a lot of people have opinions, but it feels nice to say it's my child and only my child, and you can't tell me what to do, and your opinion doesn't matter. I don't have to share him. I don't have to get permission to bring him out of the city and out of the country. He's all mine, all my choices, all mine. I won't sugarcoat it and say it's easy. It's definitely one of the hardest things I've ever had to do, and I had no idea what I was in for until he was actually here. Postpartum has been no easy feat, but I'm doing it and I'm thriving, trying to thrive. But for me, it's been very hard. I'm not going to sugarcoat that. My body hasn't bounced back. My body hurts. He can be fussy a lot of the time, and there's nobody to pass him off to. So it's not easy, but it's totally worth it. So if it's something that you've been thinking about and you're on the fence and you think, well, I'm just going to keep trying to meet somebody, don't put that desperate energy out there of trying to meet someone just for the sake of having a baby. It's never going to work out, and you're going to end up being with someone that's not right for you, and you're going to end up having to share your baby with someone. I mean, that doesn't always happen. Sometimes you meet the best person for you, but it's so empowering to make this choice and to bring a baby on your own in this world as a woman. It was the most beautiful and most empowering thing that I've ever done, and you won't regret it. Feel free to send me any messages or respond here. It's my favorite thing to talk about in the whole world.
Hi, I'm Candace, the girl she speaks about in the video, the girl with the brown hair. Listen, not everybody knows about single moms by choice and what our journeys are really like that leads us to this choice. I mean, many of us haven't found our person that we want to truly do life with, and that's okay. But we all have felt called to motherhood, and because of that, we've chosen to raise families on our own. Now, a lot of people are like, yeah, but you have to get married to have a family. And the thing is, with the divorce rates in North America, there's no guarantee, okay? You can't guarantee that if you divorce, that your ex is going to stick around and be a good dude and be a good dad. You can't guarantee that. The only thing you can control is yourself and your own choices. So being a good mom is the only thing that's truly in your hands.
If it wasn't child support, men would find something else to use for control, like the kids. So this is so accurate. This is a comment on one of my videos where men use child support basically to punish their ex, to be petty. It's all this kind of vendetta against, their ex-wife. And this comment is so true. I actually know several women who kind of knew this up front and decided to have children without a spouse, without a dad in the picture. I know several women that went ahead and just adopted children without having a spouse because they knew they wanted kids. They were not finding anyone that would be a suitable parent. They didn't want to just settle because they knew that if they settled, they would end up divorcing and would have to be attached to a person that could be a monster for the rest of their lives. So they just said, fuck it. I'm going to adopt and I'm going to do this thing on my own. I actually know of one case. A friend of mine went out with a woman who I think she was in her late 20s, early 30s. She actually got a donor and carried that child all by herself, and she's raising that kid all by herself, and she's actually doing just fine because she knew she didn't want to have to deal with all of the issues and having a man who's possibly going to eat her heart out and try to turn the kid against them. She knew that divorce is never pretty and co-parenting is often not pretty, so she just said, forget it. I'm going to have my kid and I'm going to raise my kid my way, and no one's going to tell me any different. And I think as time goes on, more and more women are going to be doing this.
So several women have different reasons why they have decided to be single mothers by choice, and they've also thought about a variety of situations that will occur and are prepared to tackle those situations as they occur. Now, some people don't like that some women have decided to be single mother by choice, and one of them is Candace Owen. She has made her opinion about this topic known, and some other people also are not in support of women deliberately choosing to have children without having a partner. So let's check out what I have to say, and then I'll come back to share my own thoughts.
I believe women are being socially engineered to hate men, and men are being socially engineered to be gay. Don't at me. It's just what I see. I've picked up on it. They're just making men more and more effeminate, encouraging effeminate behavior. And so to further that initiative, there's been a movement originally started by, you guessed it, a psychoanalyst, and that movement is called Single Mothers by Choice. And I'm going to let you hear about that on a recent CBS episode in which they were celebrating Mother's Day. And so they decided to do that by showing Single Mothers by Choice. Take a listen.
In honor of Mother's Day this Sunday, we're taking a look at a growing trend in motherhood, women becoming single moms by choice.
I said to myself, in 15 to 20 years, would I be more upset that I didn't have a kid or more upset that I didn't fall in love and get married? And I was like, if I didn't have a kid, for me, I feel like my life wouldn't be as fulfilled.
But you do wonder, and I'm just going through this in my head right now, what about the men that are being raised in those environments? So mom decides to be a single mom. She picks, in America, you can choose gender. I'm going to have boys only. How do those men fare in society? Well, take a listen to one such case.
Brothers Mackenzie and Cooper Schoenthaler were chosen by their mother, a doctor, more than 2 decades ago. She had them at 41 and 45 using the same donor.
Didn't see our parents cry, and scream and throw things, and because there weren't 2 parents.
How has that impacted your own relationships by not seeing tension, by not seeing people work through those same things that you spoke of?
I think that I am more conflict avoidant than other people as a result, because I was raised in a household with 0 conflict. Perhaps that's one of the drawbacks.
Gay. Sorry to say it. But, and by the way, I'm being 90s gay. Just not cool. It's not cool to raise men not to be men. There is an element, okay, of being a man that is attributed to aggression. Aggression is not a bad thing. Now, these new psychoanalysts will try to convince you it is, but it's not. It's natural, okay? It is a biological instinct for men to be aggressive. When I tell you that my son wakes up in the morning, grabs a sword, finds my husband, wants to fight, wants to beat him up, you see this and you go, this is phenomenal. And the reason why that is natural is because men are supposed to go out and defend. Okay, they're not supposed to be sitting in a classroom learning about their feelings and 76 genders that they can choose from. Okay, they are biologically inclined to protect and to defend. And so now what they're doing is they're removing that. And of course, like I said, that is going to be the circumstance when you have them surrounded by women, because I just think, wow, if I was raising my son alone, every time he comes at me with that little plastic sword, the first thing I say is, I don't want to fight. Come find mommy when you want to hug, when you want to be nurtured, okay? So what's happening is you have these female breeders, so to speak, who are breeding that out of men. And let me tell you something right now. There is no society that can survive without strong men.
If you're a woman who believes it should be okay for Ebony K. Williams to have a baby on her own, you're a part of the problem. I've seen nothing but women of color at that, who are trying to defend the fact that she should be able to do whatever she wants to do because she's beautiful, she's successful, she has all this money. So she should be able to have a baby by herself if she chooses to. And that's a problem. Again, she's 40 years old, having a child on her own. She obviously has the money, the resources to be able to do this. It's not easy to go through that process and to be able to bring a child into this world. But let's just process that. Making a choice to do it by yourself and not giving your child the best foundation is just not fair to that child. I don't care how you slice it, dice it, how much money you have. If you willingly do this on your own, knowing that it's just you by yourself, no amount of money can make up for that. No amount of money. We see all the women who come on here and talk about how they got daddy issues and they didn't have their daddy and this is why they do this, this is why they do that. What makes you think it's going to be any different for this child? Money does not raise a child. It gives them resources, things that they can do. But again, how do you explain to your child why they don't have a father? Like, who is my father? And again, it's very selfish, very, very selfish, because she decided to make certain decisions in her life and now she's at the point where she decided to have a child by herself, right? She froze her eggs. Back then, whatever she was doing, decided she'll just freeze them and wait until later on. But again, you're not setting a foundation. Women have to stop thinking that money, beauty, like we should just be able to do whatever we want to do because women look a certain way, have a certain amount of access to certain resources. When in fact, what is best for the child? And I don't think many women think about that. So when y'all in the comments, y'all making videos defending it and thinking it should be okay, you're not thinking about a child. But that's the sad part of reality today. People are not thinking about a child's future. You're thinking about in the now, taking the pictures, having a baby shower. But what about when that child comes and they start asking questions when he gets to school? Where's my dad? How come my friend, her daddy picks her up? What do you say then?
Okay, so I don't know. When I first saw this whole single mother by choice, I was like, wow. It's not like it's a surprising thing to me because it's been going on for years. I just remembered there's a particular J-Lo movie where she decided that she wanted to have children, and then she went to get artificial insemination, and on the day she was inseminated, she met a partner and she had twins and the rest. So, and that was what I just thought about when I was watching some of the videos of the women who have decided to be single by choice. Now, people have decided to get pregnant by using sperm bank, donor, IVF, artificial insemination, adopting, and the rest. I was thinking about it. I was like, I don't blame some women, because sometimes when you see the issue with women who are single mothers with baby daddies drama, or the single married women, you begin to think that is it necessary to have a male partner when you're raising a child? And I think that's some of the things that the women who have decided to be single mothers by choice have thought about. They are thinking, I'd rather do this on my own without any drama from anybody, and that's what they've chosen. I know that it's not an easy decision for a lot of them to take, because I believe that they should have thought about all the different scenarios that can occur, and they would have taken the steps to tackle it or avoid things that would be a detriment to them effectively raising the children that they decided to have on their own. Now, I'm not going to say it's a bad thing or it's a good thing. It's just a decision that people have made, and I hope that it works out best for them. Now, is this something I could consider? I don't know. I really don't know. Adoption, fostering, I think I could do that. But I don't know about doing the IVF, AI stuff, but I don't know. Let's leave it at I don't know. But adoption, fostering, that's something I can wholeheartedly consider, because there are so many kids out there that don't have parents. And if I can be a parent to some of those children, I have no problem with that. So that's my own opinion about the whole single mother by choice thing. I don't think it's something that people should be attacking any woman who has decided to take that pathway, because we don't know why she has decided to take that pathway. And we also have to give grace to people, because it is what it is. People are trying to live the best life that they can live. So I don't think I should be in the position to attack people because they've decided that they want to avoid some certain issues that we know that some men have caused. Any which way, that is my own thoughts about single mother by choice decision that some women have made. I don't know what you guys think about it. Do you think it's a terrible thing for women to do, or do you think it's a smart idea for women who want kids but don't want the drama of some men to do? So I would love to hear what you think about it. So please leave your comments in the comment section so that we can get this discussion popping. Now, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you are not yet subscribed and you like videos such as this, please consider subscribing by clicking on the red button that says subscribe. And don't forget to click on the bell notification icon by the side so that you're notified anytime I upload videos. Now, with all that said, thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.